Paperboy News here to deliver y'all that daily report. Now Jhood addressed X4 rolling it up. But before we get into that, for those of y'all who don't know who Jhood is, he's currently locked up right now, and he's a crip from Stevenson Village who's housed in a 50-50 yard, and he claims the only reason he's there was due to dirty politicking. Now Jhood said when X4 landed in LA County Jail, they basically tried to throw him in the enemy's dorm. And he said after X4 realized that there was nothing but enemies that were killers in there, he told them that if you put me in here, my enemy's basically gonna unalive me in here. Now Jhood said even though X4 rolled it up, that's not a good enough reason for him to get put off his hood. But he is gonna get his ass whooped when he runs across his homies. Now if you guys can remember a while back, X4 said he had a younger brother who been trying to be from rolling 40s, and because he kept whooping his ass, he ended up joining Hoover. Now Jhood said if X4 would have went in there, nothing really bad would have happened to him, because word on the street is his little brother from 7-4 Hoover, who goes by the name H-Tip, is in there right now. Now if you guys remember a while back in one of X4's interviews, he said he's been having problems with his section because even though his brother's from Hoover and he hates the Hoovers, he told everybody that nobody better touch my brother. Now Jhood said knowing the Hoovers personally, X4 is lucky he rolled it up, because due to his face tats, they would have unalived him or poked all sorts of holes in him. Now according to Jhood, X4's name is not attached to any gangsta-ish. And he said, I'm baby Jhood from Stevenson Village. And for those of y'all that follow my case, y'all know what it is with me and the East Coast Crips. And they threw me in the East Coast Crip module. And he said, let's just say I did my thing when I was in there. And he said no matter what dorm I landed in, whether it was the enemies or not and I was outnumbered, I never rolled it up. Now Jhood said since X4's been on social media, all he's been saying was H blank this and H blank that. And he said he ain't mad at X4 because at the end of the day, that's gangbanging. But all he told the X4 is keep that same energy when you go inside LA County Jail. Now Jhood said even when he had them snitch allegations on him, he still went out to the yard even though the whole yard was against him. Now Jhood said although it's not accepted in any gang to roll it up, he salutes X4 for being smart. But he said how in the hell is X4 claiming that he's a trophy when he had to resort to robbing somebody to get money? Now Jhood said X4 is the perfect example of what the kids should look at to understand that gangbanging is not for them. Now Jhood said for all of those gang members that be running around with the blick in the streets thinking they untouchable, you gonna eventually end up in jail, and they don't have blowers in there. All you got is your hands, and a lot of people are scared to get knocked out. Now Jhood said the reason why he's disappointed in X4 is because C-Star from Rolling 40's Crip is a real one, and he always speak highly of him, even though C-Star's real name is a disrespectful word towards his ops. Now Jhood said when you full-fledged gangbanging and you got disrespectful tats on your face, you basically accepted everything that comes with that. Now Jhood said an example of that is one of his homies who's an op got disrespectful tattoos all over his face. And he said no matter what dorm he is, whether it's the enemy's dorm, he's tripping because he understands he's a gang member, and as a gang member, that's what comes with that. Now Jhood said just because X4 rolled it up, it doesn't mean he's a coward. All it means is he ain't who he says he is on the internet. Now Jhood said he don't fear no man but God, but the reason he went to 50-50 was because he didn't want to be homies or involved with them anymore. And he said at the end of the day, he's not from a prison gang, he from Stevenson Village. Now it's crazy how Jhood would say that about X4 while being on a 50-50 yard, but he already said it. And now that you guys heard it, y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in that comment section. Paperboy News stand. Y'all be safe and stay dangerous out there. Gone.